that'll probably waver on its path, but you see the shingles ripped off those homes and businesses, power lines down, the trees. Look at the bricks been ripped off the siding there of the house, and folks are kind of trying to get around. You just got to be careful. There's a lot of power lines down, over 50,000 power outages across Pulaski County alone. That's the county that Little Rock sits in. You see looks like the power line is just kind of tilted there on the side, and then even just the bark ripped off trees, cars tossed around, all the windows were busted out of that vehicle there, the SUV. Lots of damage as folks are just coming out of their homes, coming out of their businesses, coming out of the places that they work, and this is what they have to see this afternoon. And so we'll continue to send crews and resources to Little Rock as best we can. Of course, most of us have friends and family in central Arkansas, so it hits close to home. We're not done with the severe weather yet across the central United States. We have tornado watches that extend from Milwaukee and Chicago all the way south to East Texas towards Waco. It looks like we have still 2 active tornado warnings across Arkansas. Now, things are moving east. These should be some of the last ones that we have. So by about 7:30 or so, I think we'll be mostly wrapped up with the severe storms. The storm that you see now in Tennessee, this used to be a twin tornado, and then it combined into one tornado, went over the Wynne, Arkansas area. Here's a closer look. You can see that supercell as it moves east. But when it was over Wynne, it completely demolished the town. In fact, at some points, I don't have an update as of right now, but even as of 15 minutes ago, folks were trapped in the high school, probably in the tornado safe shelter area, and now they're having a hard time getting out. So crews responding to Wynne, Arkansas, crews of course responding to Little Rock. Here's a closer look at the tornado's path. This is just a very rough path. Started in some of the hillsides west of town, came into a very populated area there right around 4:30. Lots of big exits, a lot of big shopping malls. You saw the video from the Target and the Olive Garden there right off the exit of 4:30, and then it crossed over the Arkansas River, then crossed over I-40. So this thing was actively crossing interstates while folks are just trying to get home from work here on a Friday. And then Sherwood, very close to the airport, and then towards Jacksonville, kind of crossing over 167, headed north and east. We also had a quick touchdown in Hot Springs. This is actually the same supercell that we had in Little Rock, but it started in Hot Springs. Likely put down a tornado there on the northwest side of town. You know, when you're standing in downtown Hot Springs by all the hotels and things to see, you look north and you see the hillsides there. That's where we think the tornado was, but we still have to wait for confirmation from the National Weather Service on where it was. But we know there was a tornado there. But storms continue to push off towards the east, but we're not done with crazy weather yet. Yeah, we've got the sun, but have you heard the wind? It is howling out there, and the dry air is starting to come in. In fact, it's so dry that it's picking up dust and sand across parts of western Oklahoma. It's carrying it east. You can kind of see this dark gray hue in the radar and satellite. That's that dust that's coming in. Plus, the National Weather Service has said there's a wildfire outbreak. You can see that from satellite. We've got smoke and dust coming in. We still have 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts here at home. We'll let you know about the current power outages that we have here in 5 Country just from the wind. That's coming up.
All right, Matt, thanks. This video captured during today's tornado emergency in Little Rock, showing just how strong those winds were blowing when this tornado came through. Powerful winds blowing entire trees as the tornado moved across the Little Rock metro area around 2:30 this afternoon. Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders sent this tweet out shortly after the tornadoes hit, reacting to the significant damage. She's activated the National Guard and said that she's been in constant contact tonight with state and local police, as well as emergency managers all evening. Check out this map. It is from earlier tonight, just showing how widespread and bad today's severe weather outbreak is. A rare level 5 extreme risk for severe